Hello everyone and welcome back to Harvest Moon Wonderful Life Special Edition. This is Showboat, and today, well, off screen I made sashimi. Yay. The only thing left was huge rain bob. That's basically the only fish that was left after converting all that I had into sashimi, because of course the huge rain bob are worth like 300. I am not going to go to bed immediately. I know this is new. This is a new thing here going on, that I'm actually not going to immediately go to bed at the start of this video. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to try and catch the dude. I forget his name. Grant? I think his name is Grant. If I am not terribly mistaken. He's in one of these houses, I forget which one, but if he's home, I can get an item. One of these houses. Oh, hi. Event! Oh, it's the doctor is in here. Okay. Apparently I fainted, so we're going to have an event. Not the one I wanted. We should have had this event a very long time ago. Just saying. So it's the tall one next door. Let's see if he is home. He is not home. Yeah. Kate is sleeping. So, the dude is probably still at the bar? What's he doing spending all his time at the bar? No, he's not here. Where is he? Where is businessman dude? Is businessman dude sleeping? Maybe. But he's not here. He's not here! I am sad. I am sad now. Super sad now, bros. So I don't know where the dude went. I don't know where he went to. Oh, but that's unfortunate. That means we have to, like, make sure that we wake up really early. Like, really, really early. Now, I fed this cow late enough that I think I don't need to feed it again. I think. I could be wrong. You know what? I'm most likely wrong, but the thing is, the cow is already asleep, so yeah, its mother is already asleep, so whatever. Whatevs. Let's go to bed. Go to bed. Go to bed. Go to bed. Sleep. No. Let's do this. I have coffee next to me because this is the morning edition. Well, I say this is the morning edition, but it's actually the late morning edition. Hi. Pick me up. Yeah, you can do things. I think I was glitched last time a little bit. Just a little bit glitched. Yes, morning. Lay me down. Sure. Sure, I will put you down. Whenever you want. So doing that's actually relatively important, because what it does is it increases your character's happiness. Because yes, happiness is actually a thing. You may have noticed that whenever we sleep, we get bubbles. Well, that's actually dreams, and the dreams are reflective of your current mental state, like your current happiness. In which the bubbles means that you're perfectly fine. There's a bad one when you're having essentially nightmares. It's really bad. Don't have nightmares. It means that you've been overly tired and you've collapsed like several times, and yeah, you've just not had a good time. Have a thing. Yay. I think the cow spends 3 days like this, if I'm not completely, utterly mistaken. Utterly mistaken. Really? Really? Because cow. Yeah. Yeah. So what was I saying? I completely forgot. Like, it went poof. Completely out of my mind. It's gone. It's gone now. I don't know what I was thinking. I think the thing lasts 3 days. That's the last thing I remember. I don't remember what came before that. I mean, this is the morning edition. I mentioned that. It's like 10 something. 10:46 in the morning. I have packages arriving today. That's a thing. That is a thing. I have packages. I have the Falco amiibo arriving today. I'm also supposed to be getting a number of my missing Animal Crossing Series 1 amiibo cards. I had gone to eBay and purchased all of the 5 that I was missing. Because, yeah, I spent an inordinate amount of money and was still missing 5. I had bought over 40 packs in total. You know, it was something... It's like 43, 47, something like that. I lost count. There's a lot of Series 1 cards that I had bought, and I was still missing 5, and I wasn't about to buy another 20 to still be missing 2. So... yeah, I just bought them separately from eBay. 2 of them have arrived, but 3 of them are still in the mail. So we shall see. The other things that I'm expecting, I broke down, and I bought something I really probably shouldn't have bought. Well, several things that I really probably shouldn't have bought. Here goes. I bought the Skylanders Dark set for Wii U, and I bought the Skylanders Supercharged. I bought it for Wii U, the Dark set, and the Racing Starter Pack for 3DS, as well as the individual characters for standard Donkey Kong and the Dark Bowser. So now, I did that exclusively for the Hammer Slam Bowser, normal and dark, and the whatever the hell Donkey Kong in normal and dark. That's the only reason. The only reason I did that. And let's not talk about how expensive that was, shall we? Let's also not talk about how expensive the Mega Yarn Yoshi that I just ordered today was. Yeah, it stings, clearly. It burns. But I I technically own every amiibo now that currently is in existence. I just have to wait for the remainders to arrive in the mail, which is pretty cool, to be completely honest. Not gonna get into Skylanders, probably never gonna even play the games that I just got. This is the thing with Amiibo, is that they make you buy games that you never are going to actually play. For me, things like Mario Party 10, things like Yoshi's Woolly World. Yeah, and now the Skylanders bullcrap. Yeah, I'm not gonna do anything with that. I'm not gonna get into collecting those figures either. I really am not into Skylanders. I like the amiibo because you can use them across a lot of games. That's the primary reason why I prefer the amiibo, is because I don't have to buy a whole new set of things every time a new game releases. Correction, you do have to buy a whole new set of things when a game releases, but they're at least different things than what already had existed. They're new things. New things. I like new things. So Nintendo did announce a whole bunch of new things releasing next year. They have Series 2 of the Animal Crossing cards releasing in, what is it, February? Something like that, late January? I forget. I forget the exact date. They're released along with a number of other, like normal Animal Crossing series amiibo. Just the standard amiibo. I forget what day this is. What day is this? The 7th, so that is tomorrow. Cool, so I can fish. I can fish now. And we can talk. You may notice I'm getting more and more nasally as time goes on. I do apologize. I get allergies around this time. I'm going to drink more coffee. And no, the allergies are not because of the coffee. I've had these types of allergies long before I ever even started drinking coffee. I'm used to getting the stuffy nose every single morning for the past 7, 8, 9, 10 years. I forget. I don't know how long. As long as I can remember, basically. I have had the stuffy nose when I wake up. So, yeah, stuff is arriving. Stuff is arriving. I do need to actually get around to playing a number of games, like a lot of games, especially for the Nintendo console. I mean, the last thing that I messed with on my Wii U was Super Mario Maker. I pop in on it from time to time just to see how many people have been failing the levels that I've made for it. Because I made some interesting little, very, very short levels that were based on certain mechanics. One of them, like the very first one that I made, was one that I just called Jump. And what that one revolved around was jumping off of enemies that are flying in the air, like going from enemy to enemy, just jumping from one to the next while over a gap. Which, for good players, that's a very easy mechanic, but for most people, they've been having trouble with that in particular. And I have another one called Hop that's fairly similar. But yeah, it's interesting. I have a ghost house too that's about very specific positioning. You need to stand in very specific positions in order to not die. as you go through the level. It's probably the best one that I made. It definitely has the lowest completion rating of everything, but yeah, there's a ghost house in there. I forget what I named it. It's been too long. As for what else has been going on, so what did I do recently? Well, yesterday was a shorter day. It was a shorter day yesterday, although technically it was longer because no, yesterday was not a shorter day. What am I thinking? Yesterday was a very, very long day. I was in there. I woke up at 6 a.m. I had about 4.5, actually just under 5 hours of sleep. Woke up at 6 a.m., went into the lecture at 8, and did the lecture thing. Then I was in the lab until my meeting at 3. So I was doing my lab work, which for me was actually just working with my figures and pilling around a little bit with my introductory sections for my thesis, just starting to write them. Right now it's only like a couple pages of text in Word and a couple pages of references. Oh, I say only. Some people, that's like, oh my god, that's a full paper. No. Nah. This is just getting started, okay? This is hardly getting started. This thing's gonna be like 30 pages or more. Probably more. In text. Before references. References will probably be another 5 to 10 pages. Of course, all of this is double-spaced, so whatever. And I have resolved myself to work on it today, on what should be my day off, but whatever. Friday. I should be working on this at all times when I'm here in the apartment during the day. When it gets to evening, screw it, but during the day, I should work on it if I'm here. No matter what day it is. Even weekends. But, as is made clear here, I do prioritize getting the recording done that I need to get done. As has been said in an anime, my hobby is far more important than my job. If given the choice between my hobby and my job, I will choose my hobby. That is a reference to Gate, in case you didn't know. The anime called Gate. Thus, the JSDF fought there. So, as we continue along, I did mention that I would talk about my future plans today. I really don't know. I didn't get anything really confirmed or anything like that, but what I did find out is that if I did want to apply to PhD, to do a PhD at my current, to continue with geology and go with a PhD in geology, I would actually need to be guaranteed funding for 4 years at minimum through a GTA position, and the GTA stuff is competitive, so I doubt I would actually be able to get that as GTA in that department. Because my background is not geology, my background is biology. And a lot of the things I've been taking have been more oriented towards the biology side of things, and I really don't think I'm necessarily all that qualified to be teaching labs for geology. I'm certainly qualified to teach labs for bio, though, so I may just like apply for biology here and then work with my current advisor and just do the paleontology stuff anyway, just in bio instead of in geology. But I don't know if that will be possible. I just don't know if that will be possible. We shall see. But regardless, the chances are I will be moving. Chances are I will end up moving no matter what, because I don't think I'm going to renew my lease. I don't plan on renewing my lease for this apartment for next year. Which means I'll have to move out. What I'll do is I'll be moving back home to Virginia. I have 100% confidence that I will be graduating. Okay? That I will be going through, walking, doing the thing at graduation come May. In fact, I want to be completely done with everything and, like, defending my research in, like, early April. Like, I want to defend in early April, not just be, like, submitting my papers in early April for, like, the few weeks before you could defend. No, I want to be defending in early April. I don't want to be defending in the first 2 weeks of May, right before the commencement. Like, right on the deadline to be able to go to commencement. So, yeah, and since my paper's going to be so long and it's going to involve a lot of taxonomy sort of bull crap, to be completely honest, I really have to get working on it. Even during breaks, I need to be working on it. I mean, when I get into the flow of actually writing out the taxonomy stuff, it'll go by relatively quickly. It's just getting everything sorted to actually, like, format the paper and get all of my figures in, because a lot of it's going to be explanation of figures, like referring to figures, so getting that done really is the biggest part of a paper. Because those figures end up essentially being your outline that you go through. And, yeah, it's being worked on. I'm about 10-15%. And I will graduate next semester. That is the plan. 'Tis the plan. I will have my master's in geology, and then from there, I don't know. Part of me just doesn't want to stay here. Part of me doesn't want to go back to my undergrad university either. Even though that would be the best financial situation because my mother works there. And I can get up to 6 credit hours for free each semester. And if I do bio there, I could do GTA work. Well, TA work. I don't think they make the distinction because only graduates can be TAs at Old Dominion University. And at ODU, they hire you for a full year, apparently. It's like, once you're hired for a full year. The thing is, you have to take, like, 9 graduate credit hours each semester. You're forced to take 9. and there's no indication that they actually get paid for by the university. You get your salary, but there's no indication that those credit hours get paid for. I would think that they would get paid for. Because here, right now, my TA position that I'm in right now, and the position I was in the spring semester, tuition is paid for 6 credit hours. Okay? And 6 is considered full-time for those who are working in a half-time position. And they get salary. So I get salary plus 6 credit hours, and half of the school fees are paid each semester. Yes, I am done saving. So, and then ODU also pays less each semester. Well, over the course of the year, it's less pay than here. So it's like, oh, yeah, that's not very nice. I like the work situation here, but we shall see. We shall see is my key phrase for all of this. So with that, I thank you all for watching. This has been Showboat, and I shall see you all on the next one.